Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, this is the July answers for the Q&A. I didn't realise I'd left it so long. It's been about 3 weeks since I actually did the ask for the questions. So we'll get down to answering them now. So the first one is G4 Cod, who asked, I have one question. Are you smart enough to not tell us where you live? Yeah, I'm smart enough because I've never told anyone where I live. Not on here anyway, not on a video. Barrymore69 said, Dear WeaponCollector, any plans to buy a cold steel or other tomahawk and customise it? Well, I'll tell you what mate, I have actually got a tomahawk, or well, I think it's more a throwing axe coming. So yeah, I don't know about customising it. I might not need to because it's ready to go. But yeah, soon. I don't know how long because it's coming from China, so it might take a month. Might be quicker. I should be getting another set of throwing knives, bigger, a set of 3 but bigger than those, and a tomahawk. So yeah, there'll be some tomahawk throwing soon. He said I have a trail hawk, it's fun to mod up and throw. I'll definitely be throwing it, that's what I was getting this one. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then he also asked, would you ever carry a sounding kit in your EDC? No, I fucking wouldn't. Don't bother looking at what a sounding kit is, because I did and I wish I hadn't. Twat. Right, Jack Striker, the only thing I can think of to ask Mike is, do you think you'll ever get back into the workplace? Yeah, definitely Jack. One day I'm going to have to. At the minute I'm in a situation where I don't really need to, and it's probably better for other people if I don't. If I started working now, someone else would have to stop working to do the things I do. So, but yeah, definitely. Eventually I'm going to have to, Jack. So yeah, definitely. I don't know what I'd do. Anything, you know, working with your hands, you know, labour, and you know what I mean, don't you? Not some kind of office job or writing stuff down, but anything where you're making stuff or doing stuff, that kind of job. But I don't know what. I suppose I could go work with Malk and that, or I could do flooring, loads of stuff. But yeah, definitely Jack. Shed Ninja said, do you think the only group that could realistically survive a zombie apocalypse are gypsies? That's a good point when you say that. I've never really thought about that, but yeah, when you think about it, gypsies would be straight away adapted to living on the road and all that. So yeah, they would definitely be one step ahead of the majority of people without even needing to try, wouldn't they? You know, you got preppers and that, it would be a step ahead of most people as well, but may not be used to the living on the road stuff. Yeah, that's a good point really. I'd never really thought about that, but yeah, definitely. I would imagine if that ever happened, they probably wouldn't be prepared for the actual zombie bit. I doubt many gypsies are into prepping and zombies and that, I doubt. They don't seem kind of people who would be. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. But no, that's a good question. I like that. That was very interesting to think about. Yeah, they would definitely be a step ahead of other people because they'd be perfectly suited for living on the road and yeah, the way of life anyway, isn't it? So Iron Man Spartan said, what's your favourite non-alcoholic ice drink in the summer heat other than water? Do you know what? I barely drink anything other than just water, so to have a non-alcoholic ice drink, what would I have? Do you know what? I wouldn't actually have anything else. I would only have ice, water with ice in. I suppose occasionally I've been known to put, like, get black coffee and put that in the fridge till it's cold. But I don't hardly drink any soft drinks because they don't seem to quench my thirst like water does. So milk, I don't really like milk. It might possibly be something like a very weak orange juice. that's about it. That's all I can think of. I don't. Well, possibly a shandy. You know, a can of shandy bass shandy, whatever it is. Quite nice. But that's about it. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think. Maybe lemonade. Yeah, maybe lemonade. Yeah, I'm not a big soft drinker really, or anything apart from water. I Maz Button also asked, would you ever do blacksmithing? I'd do that one first. I would definitely do it. It's just I've never got the stuff. Because when I say I'm so skint, I literally can't afford £3 to buy a bag of charcoal. So everything I do, I pretty much have to get it for nothing. But yeah, I definitely would, and I have looked into it. It was just that was the only thing that stopped me, because I wouldn't be able to afford. But saying that, now I've got the Patreon account, that does help me to buy things like that. So that does, yeah, I maybe eventually will. I'd have to see what. I'd have to find some stuff I'd want to make first, and then that may motivate me into doing blacksmithing. But yeah, I have thought about it, and I definitely would. And he said, can you and Matt do pub video karaoke and sing The Boys Are Back in Town? Fuck's sake. I would have to be very drunk for that, and then I'd probably be too drunk to sing. I've never done karaoke and never would. Thing is, now I'm still quite self-conscious even when drunk, so I don't do stupid things when I'm pissed now. And then when I get to the stage where I would do it, I'd be too drunk to probably even see. So but I remember Mark doing karaoke. He was down one of our family parties once, singing some Smiths songs. Probably a bit of madness. We'll see if I can get drunk enough but still keep my eyes open. Maybe one day, mate. And then yeah, that was it. That was from one of those buttons. Maryland or Marilyn Pipeliner said, nice shirt. Not this one. Are you a Baltimore fan? No, I'll tell you what that is. I'm not really into any sports, apart from maybe darts. That was my American mate who comes to visit me, Josh. That's where he lives, Baltimore. And as a gift, he got me Baltimore Ravens shirt. Yeah. So I've never been to Baltimore or anything like that. But yeah, that was a shirt my friend bought me when he came to visit me. Right, David Boy said, actually I don't think he's got a question in his, I think he was just saying hello. He said, live in the semi-rural village, drive for 5 minutes and you're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Dwayne Myers, this is a good one and hard for me. He said, hey mate, here goes, without thinking too much about it, try telling a funny, strange story that's completely made up. Right, so this is going to be completely made up sort of bollocks. I had a little think about it just so I could get a vague premise of it. It's going to be terrible because although I've got a good imagination, I'm not very good at making up stories. So the only thing I could think of was there's two drug dealers in a public toilet arguing about which one can snort the most cocaine, right? And they start fighting, and one of them kicks the other in the bollocks so hard he lifts the other one off the floor, and his head goes up through the ceiling, and his head gets stuck in the rafters like this. A rat comes along, bites his nose off, so he's just got 2 holes, and then he falls back through the floor. They carry on arguing about who can snort the most cocaine, and then in the end they decide it's matey because he's got 2 holes for a nose now and could definitely snort the most cocaine. So there you go. That is a very strange, there's my imagination for you. Yeah, very bizarre, probably not that funny, but certainly weird. Right, next one. Memphis said, will you and Matt do a live stream? Yeah, done a couple now. I don't know if we'll ever do one around here. I'd like to do a bit of both. Now that I've been up mountains and started doing some live streams up here, I'll probably do that more often now. Maybe once a month, say, or I don't know, more than just that anyway. That won't be all of it now. So yeah, I definitely will do live streams with Mount, and eventually I'll try and get him down here to do one night. Maybe when it gets a bit cooler, which it has now. It's better now, so yeah, maybe we'll do some live streams down here, do like a Friday one down here and then a Saturday night one up here or something. Z not Z said, if money was no object, which crossbow, air rifle and knife would you buy and why? Crossbow, I'm not sure. I'd probably try and get hold of the best recurve crossbow you can get for reliability, interchangeability of prods as well. I always like something where you can change the prods, but I don't know a specific model. Air rifle, I've always wanted a Logan Sweet 16, but there's probably better models of that now because that's quite an old gun. But at the time when the Logan Sweet 16 came out, I nearly bought one. I don't know now because I've not got the money. I don't look into what good air rifles are about now. And what knife? There's quite a few cold steel knives I'd like. I do like their big Bowie knives. I'm assuming this means something I could actually really own. You know, because I'd like trench knives, but you won't get wearing them over here soon. I'll be honest, with knives, there's no end of knives I'd like. Yeah. It's a hard one with the knives. Should have had to think more. Yeah, there's lots of cold steel knives I'd like though. And he said, he also asked, if we had the same gun laws as the US, which two firearms, handgun and long gun, would you get and why? Well, again, not 100% sure, but I would look into what is the most reliable gun you can have. It would have to have some decent stopping power. What has good accessories and all that. I wouldn't mind a nice decent shotgun. But I can't even decide between an automatic or a revolver. But I've got to love the 1911s. Yeah, there's plenty of. I would look into what's the best you can get nowadays if money was no object. Yeah, whatever was the best, most reliable handgun you could get, I would buy. You know, and if we was allowed to carry it. And then he also asked, and finally, tomahawk or hatchet and why? You know what, I've never really owned either properly, so I couldn't really decide, but I would probably say, I don't know, hatchet, I think. Yeah, but I can't tell you why because I don't know why. Starface said, what upcoming vids you got planned? I've got loads, mate. I'll do the shooting competitions, which I'll be doing a couple this week now that I've got time. Plenty of knife stuff, tomahawk throwing, knife throwing, making some knives, or well, when I say making knives, putting handles on old blades, sheath making, probably loads of stuff, too much to name. But yeah, plenty to come, mate. And he said, what games you getting for the PS4? He recommends GTA 5 and COD World War 2. Well, I'll definitely be getting those two. Resident Evil 7. Hang on, I've got a list just there. Where is it? Is this the one? I bet this ain't the bloody one. Typical, it's not the one. Resident Evil 7, Wolfenstein, Doom, Final Fantasy 15. Plenty of Call of Duties probably. Yeah. Loads. I'll probably get four second-hand games soon, one of which will be the COD World War 2. Yeah, I'll be getting plenty, mate. Skyrim probably, Metal Gear Solid 5. Sailor Ashore, he said, apart from, have you a Lidl nearby? I don't know. There probably is one in town. There's definitely not one in my village. Well, not that I know of anyway. Yeah, I don't know about that. And he said, ever tried no spin knife throwing? Not yet, but I'm gonna. I gave it a very, very weak try yesterday without knowing anything about it. I need to look up some videos. I'll watch some of Adam Cheladin's videos and see how he tells you how to do it. But I don't think it's as easy as just slinging it, is it? But yeah, I'm definitely interested in no spin throwing, because you can do the distances without measuring, can't you? You don't have to be in a specific place, you can literally be anywhere, can't you? So yeah, definitely going to try that, mate. Lewis said, have you ever taken a pistol rifle apart but lost the motivation to put it back together and just left it in bits? Well, we used to have a pump up Crossman years ago. This was when we was like 15, 16, 17. And we used to stuff that with matches to shoot it, and you know, just do things like shooting each other with matches. They wouldn't ever go in you though, because it was didn't fill the barrel. But occasionally that would get completely stuffed with. People would put a match in, and then that wouldn't come out, so they'd put another match in, and then it would get stuffed. The barrel would get stuffed with the matches. So occasionally you'd have to take that apart. I always knew if I ever took that apart, I had to put it back together the same day and within half an hour, because if you didn't, you forgot where to put it, forgot where the parts were. So whenever I would do it, I would always make sure I did that. You'd have to be motivated to take it apart, put it back together straight away, because you wouldn't remember the bits. But I remember coming home, I'd been out getting pissed, came home, and the gun was on the table all in bits. I hadn't took it apart, and Malk had took it apart, and then he'd gone out drinking, and that was the last time that gun got ever put together properly, because I couldn't remember where the bits went because I hadn't took it apart, and he'd gone out getting pissed and couldn't be bothered. That's why he'd left it for me. So yeah, I think I just I think all the bits just got chucked in a drawer, and it got put back together so it looked like it was shootable. But yeah, that was it. That was the last time that ever got shot. Yeah. So but yeah, although I hadn't took it apart, yeah. Hanau Man, if that's how you say your name, mate. Sorry if that's wrong. He said, how was your childhood, teens? How did your childhood and teens influenced your? How has your childhood and teens influenced your collecting? For example, were you in the Scouts or an army brat or just a brat? And then he said, lol. I'll tell you what it was that inspired me as a child to like weapons, I think, was the general stuff on the TV, films, and the fact that my dad had some weapons. I remember when I was about 5 seeing a crossbow, some kind of baton, and maybe a knife, and liking that, and look, you know, seeing it and liking the look of it because it was mysterious, you know, so I didn't know about. And also, about that age, he used to make us toy guns and swords, and in them days, every kid had toy guns and toy swords and stuff. And then as we grew up, I loved Arnold Schwarzenegger films, and some of his fucking films are like gun porn, aren't they? Extended sequences of cool music and just guns being put into bags and loaded. But yeah, never went to Scouts, not an army brat or anything like that. Purely just from the things I mentioned. That's all it was really, yeah. I never grown out of it. Mike Carr said, do you think longbows, slings and crossbows will be made illegal or have to be licensed in the near future? Longbows definitely not, I don't think, but I don't know. Slingshots probably not, but you don't know. Crossbows possibly yes. Yeah, they're already trying to do things now, aren't they? The Sun's trying to get them banned. But yeah, but bows, any kind of bows, I reckon never, especially longbows. I reckon they'll always be fine, personally. But yeah, slingshots probably not. Crossbows, I reckon, yeah, one day, yeah, they will probably be licensed or banned, sadly. Callum Pete said, will you ever get some level 2 panels and vests? Yeah, definitely, mate. It's just getting me out of it. You know I ain't got any money. When the Patreon adds up and I've got enough, I'll get one. I'm probably going to get a helmet first though, because I have got armour, so I don't really need that at the minute. But The Dude PX said cream or jam first on scones or scones. I would think, let me think about it. Jam then cream. That's what I was doing. I don't really care how you do it, but if I was going to do it, I'm pretty sure I'd put the jam, butter on, then jam, and then cream, and then the top. Yeah. Lucky said, hi, what is your best knife? Best knife for what I like most right now is my machete Bowie, but my actual best knife is probably my Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. Or, yeah, it'd be that, I'd say. Yeah. Mad Dog Survival said, are you going to be doing any collaboration videos with Matt? I think so, eventually. Mad Dog, just getting round to it. But I reckon I'll try and go down the woods again soon, and I'll try and get him to come with me. So I'll have to wait until a weekend or something. Yeah, get him to show me where his base is, and then do some videos with him. Electro said, if you were to buy a motorcycle, what kind would you buy? Brand, type, like a sport bike, adventure bike, cruiser, moped? I'll tell you what, Electro, I'm not really into motorbikes. Never have been, but if I had to, again, it would be I'd probably try and buy, I don't know if this is frowned upon, but a three-wheeler possibly. Is that any safer than a two-wheeler? I'd want the safest bike you could get, something that could carry stuff on it. Yeah, something that could carry stuff on it, or in it, you know, with the things on the side, you know what I mean? Something that was safe. Yeah, but I'm not really into motorbikes. I'd rather probably rather walk than ride a motorbike personally. Yeah, that's just me. Harryman Wolf said, will you be doing more story times? I could do. I prefer doing a recorded story time, because then I can get the story right. If I have to do something like sort of live story times, it's too hard for me to do it, because I forget bits, or I skip bits and have to go back. But yeah, if people ask me, when I do a request video, if someone asks me to do a story time video, I'll have a think of what stuff I can say, because there's stuff I don't really want to say, because it gives away too much or something, or I suppose I could always change it a little bit, can't I? You know, yeah, I think so. Hey man, yeah, I could do story time if people are interested in that. Tony said, where the hell has my stereo remote gone? I had it Saturday. Got to be down the back of the sofa, ain't it, mate? Surely. He said, what is your number one favourite type of weapon? Probably knuckle dusters or brass knuckles, you know. Always loved them, but yeah, they're going to be illegal to own probably soon. But yeah, I've always liked knuckle dusters. Yeah, gotta say that. And he said, would you rather put gravy or curry sauce on chips? So it'd be curry sauce now. I was really enjoying getting into gravy. This sounds a bit weird, but I never used to have gravy on anything, because I never used to really like it. Then I started really liking really thick gravy, and then I found out it was yeah, it was probably bad for my health, the amount of gravy I was eating. So yeah, curry sauce. And then the final one, I think, I'll check them all afterwards just in case. Shamrock Survival said, when or what age did you start collecting weapons? Seriously collecting them probably about the age of 14, possibly, maybe younger, I'm not sure. Would have been when we first got our first BB guns that we got. We'd had loads of stuff before, but our first sort of serious things was the BB guns we had bought. Malk had a BB gun MP5. Both of these guns was the type that took the cartridges that you loaded the BB into, and then you put them in. Malcolm had an MP5 and I had a revolver similar to this but not. And yeah, that's probably what started the proper collecting, wanting proper good realistic things. Yeah, I can't remember how old we were, but I know we was in like secondary school then, so yeah, 14, 15, maybe 13. Right, I'll just have a quick look, see if I've missed any. Yeah, if any I can add a bit of, I'm pretty sure that is all of them. If I have missed any, sorry. Yeah, that's newest first, so that should have done them all. Yeah, so what's that, 25 minutes, so that's not too bad, that's not too long. I appreciate all the questions, that's quite a good one, I enjoyed doing it. I like the sort of weirder kind of stuff that makes you think a bit. Yeah, well, that's it. Thank you for watching. Sorry if I missed your question. If you did have one and I did accidentally miss it, write it in the comments and I'll reply to it. Alright, thanks a lot. Don't forget, you can support this channel if you want. I've got a Patreon account. From $1 you can have your name on there, and up to like $10 I'll send you a letter every month. Sometimes I'm late. And also, if you wanted to if you have a shop at amazon.co.uk, amazon.com or GearBest, use my links below and I'll get something like 7 to 10% of what you spend at no cost to you. And yeah, you can support me that way just by buying stuff. Alright, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. See you later.